6 mana, I think. Yeah. Okay, let me see if this works or if I'm tripping. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would assume no. 4 maybe? Okay, so it's 4. I'll take it. I will definitely take it. No attacks and turn. So now anything barring a goddamn board wipe and we're solid. We can take out Scoot Swarm or Mind, and that's fine. Pass to attackers. My turn. So now we can Witherbloom, right? And just go insane with this. For example, this will go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. Yeah, it sucks to lose that one, but okay. So I'll go with Sedgemoor Witch. Oh, come on, man! Losing the breach is crazy, and we got the wins. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is gonna be another deck tech, and it's an all Out Brawl episode, this time with a new mini series. We are going to bring the 5 schools from Strixhaven, I guess, with the dragons as commanders. I decided to start with Witherbloom the Balancer because it seems extremely balanced, you know, not overpowered at all. So if you don't know, Witherbloom the Balancer costs 6 black and green. It's a 5/5 Elder Dragon that has affinity for creatures, flying, death touch, and instant and sorcery spells you cast have affinity for creatures. Now, as you can see here, apart from the 2 or 3 creatures we might have, like Craterhoof Behemoth, Hornet Queen, and Voltborn Tyrant, we have a lot of big mana sorceries and instants. All of these are big mana, and all of these are going to be costing 2 or 3 or 1 in case of the Return of the Wild Speaker in most games. To do that, you need cards that will help you ramp, like these mana darks right here, like Llanowar Elves, Deathrite Shaman, Arboreal Grazer in its own funny way. Cards like Bitter Blossom in this deck works as ramp because this gives affinity for creatures to pretty much every card you have. Same with Marionette Apprentice, Witherbloom Bearer, Badgermole Cub, we all know what that does, Bloom Tender, Bramble Familiar, Fanatical Rona, Spring Art Nantuko, Tender Wild Guy, Twitching Doll, bunch of other things that create tokens or flat out give mana, like Topiary Stomper, Enduring Vitality that makes everything a mana source, Scoot Swarm, Cliff Top Lookout. You know, you have a lot of stuff that you can, after, look into your deck, go find your big boy spells like all of these here, and just finish the game in style, because with cards like Torment of Veilfire, which is my favorite way of finishing the game, with this deck, you can just pay a bunch of mana, like you pay 2 usually. This doesn't change that much, but the X will become much bigger depending on how many creatures you have. But Torment of Veilfire, Velgavoth Onslaught, Pest Infestation, Awaken the Woods, Nature's Rhythm, Finale Devastation, and pretty much everything here on this side of the screen are very good ways of finishing the game, whether you're going wide with all of these things, with the Scoot Swarms and Awaken the Woods and whatever, or you're going tall with the Craterhoof Behemoth and a bunch of small tokens that become huge because of this little beast right here. You will finish the game usually pretty quickly and really easily. This is a very good deck. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of great cards. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of creatures. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of instants and sorceries that I didn't even consider or didn't even look at because I probably didn't have them. So in the comments, let me know if you have any thoughts on how to build this deck in a better way. Let me know if you guys try it out, if you're going to give it a shot or not, if you add with your own list. If you have a list that you feel works much better than this, send it my way. I will make a video on it or an update or something like that, you know, shout you out so we can all be happy and play with cool stuff. But yeah, enough yapping, let's get into some games. So I really hope you guys enjoy the video. ATM something with Delny Streetwise Lookout is our first opponent. We have a couple lands. I think I'll keep. Yeah, I think I'll keep. I can play. It's not a great hand, but it's not a terrible one either. I don't think. Well, it might be because this costs. Oh, it's power. It's not. Okay, so I'll go with this one first. Tapped, obviously, I have nothing to play. I can then go with the Forest and the Brambles Familiar. Oh, it's gonna be a Heir Apparent deck. Okay. That's fun. So much fun. Yeah, I'll go with that and the Bramble Familiar. You know, just to put a creature down. It will not be able to do anything about the Heir Apparents with the way things are going, so I'll go with Withered Foothills. Witherbloom Bearer is what I wanted to play, but I think, yeah, I can actually. I just don't know if I should Vastwood Search or wait and Witherbloom Bearer. Yeah, I think I'll wait, because this will give us. So he's gonna. Oh, Airbender Ascension. Okay. We can actually Terra Sunder, add that and that, do that, try and take that thing out, because this way we have two black available for the Witherbloom Bearer, you know. Okay. I'm not gonna block, so I'll just take the 4, I think. But now I play this, we'll get one creature and another creature, so it's getting cheaper by the minute. Should I go with that? Yeah, I'll go with that, because then I can reanimate it. Ooh, we got a cub. Yes, please. I'll go with the Overgrown Tome. I still haven't played the land this turn. I might want to. Yeah, I'll pay 3 life, because I think I wanna revise the Lighting Repast, or at least have it available, you know. I'm gonna attack with the Bearer because I'm not gonna do anything about that. So next turn we can Witherbloom Balancer and then just win. We can win. This game took less than 4 minutes. Either our opponent didn't draw any Heir Apparents, or he doesn't understand how Heir Apparent works. So very confused. Cannot complain. Let's get into another one. Mr. Robot 337, the Brilliant, with Ishtola Knight's Blessed. If I remember correctly, it's a very good card. Again, apologies for the sound. It's still not as good as I want it to be. I'm trying, but time is not my friend. So I have to try harder to do something with the editing portion of this video, I guess. So I'll go with that cap blade. It makes no difference. I chose this because we can actually Fanatic of Ronus and then trying to Spring Art Nantuko the Fanatic of Ronus, which is pretty good. You know, like when a land enters, I pay 2 when I get another Fanatic of Ronus, so that would be very, very nice. Okay. Passing Say is also awesome. Sure, why not? And I will bestow the thingy there, and I guess I can attack. Yeah, I can attack. Why not? Now, because we bestowed the Spring Art Nensuku, that doesn't count as a second creature, obviously, but with that being said, we will try and make other creatures, which we won't be able to, so that is great. Still have our Spring Art Nensuku, so that's not the worst thing in the world, but it would have been so much better. I'll go with the Field of Ruin. And I'll actually do this right now, just so that we can get another token. So we have one green in hand, so I'm gonna go get a swamp. We can also reanimate something eventually. Like if you lose the Nantuku, for example, we can use reanimate with it. Okay, that was not in my plans, but it is what it is. You should attack with the Ornithopter of Paradise just to make a point there. Let me think. I can go get it back with the reanimate, but clearly our opponent plays with a lot of stuff. Yeah, but I will. Screw it. And I'll actually go with that, and I'll yeah, sure, I'll go with the Deathcap Glaive, why not? Now we have two creatures again, nothing too crazy. I mean, our initial game plan was much better than this, but two creatures is better than none, I guess. Oh my god, can you stop, my friend? Can you stop killing me? Oh, and we got a land, of course we did. I'll just go with this Earthbend. What? A swamp, who cares? We could Dark Ritual and still have 4. That's not enough. We could Fell the Profane. I'm not gonna attack because I might want to Dark Ritual into Fell the Profane on Ishtola if our opponent decides that's what he wants to do. Okay. Sorry if you hear sniffles, breathing, whatever. Again, in editing, I'll try to take most of those out, but can't really promise anything because I'm not an editor, as you may very well imagine. Things just got ridiculously more difficult for us, but our opponent just came stacked with every removal spell, I guess. Okay, things just got much better for us. So we can Dark Ritual. That leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Or we can just go with that and pay to destroy 2 things. Now I'm gonna go with Dark Ritual, Pest Infestation, and 2, 4. So 2, 4. Let's see if the math serves me correctly. Simulacrum. That doesn't matter that much. That and that, I guess. Let's see. Beautiful. And we have now 6 creatures. Let's go. Watch my happiness end when he like Day of Judgment or something stupid like that. Okay. I'll take an Ishtola. What does that do? Draw 2 cards and this 2 damage. Okay. Okay, so let's start playing around with what we have, man. Like that thing has hexproof. We can Izika's Chariot, And you can also Basing Say again. I'll actually Basing Say one of these just to make it bigger, you know. And I guess that's the plan for now. Now let's see what our opponent has, you know. Clearly he has a lot of yep, I was expecting that's not like crazy for me. I will use the Zika's Chariot to block if needed. I have more than enough creatures, so yes, it's only gonna cost 2 either way unless our opponent wipes the board, which doesn't seem likely, at least not this turn. Okay, there's the Simulacrum again. We need something to deal with that. It's going to be very, very difficult, very tricky. It might work. We might find something. So, I can just do this. Tap the Witherbloom. I'll attack with the Ezekiel's Chariot and the Deathcap Blade. Gonna create a copy of the cat. Let's see if our opponent blocks or double blocks or whatever. So he's gonna double block Ezekiel's Chariot. I'll take that, man. No, just regular blocks. Fine by me. That is fine by me. I'm going to Bramble Familiar now. Let's see what we can get. Onto the battlefield, right? I should have done this before. God damn it. I'll go with the Tireless Provisioner because I don't want to lose the what's it called? The chance of going to find. I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry, I got very distracted now. I don't want to lose the chance to get the Creator of Behemoth. We have some ways of getting stuff out of the graveyard. Not a lot, I don't think. Okay, an artifact card. The One Ring, yeah. You will need it. Okay. My turn. Tristan Command. That's not terrible. Creature enchantment. That's a kindred sorcery though. I could go get something out of the graveyard. Oh my god, shut up. I could get something out of my library, I mean. Could go get... That's only creatures, yeah, that's only creatures. So I could go get Kinzu, for example. Emeritus of Woe, yeah. I'll go get the Emeritus of Woe. Costs 4. And let's go. So 4. I'll go get the Emeritus of Woe. I'll go get the Demonic Tutor. And I'll go get Rise of the Dark Realms. Because our opponent has no idea what we might or might not have. And now we'll just pass turn, I guess. No attacks and turn. I could also Bramble Familiar again next turn. I don't know what our opponent is thinking. I think he's fishing for a board wipe, which that's the reason why I went and got the Rise of the Dark Realms. Why I thought that was a good call, because clearly our opponent plays with a lot of removal. Okay. I don't think that's going to help you that much, but yeah, exactly. So, your go. That was a good one, and we got a little revenge on our opponent for being annoying. Let's get into another one. EMC Knight with Goshin Tai of Life's Origin. A very good deck, as we are extremely aware of. I will actually keep Peter Blossom, will create some creatures, and then we'll have time to pay for Tender Wild Guide to have a little bit more. So, Blooming March, fast turn. We can mana confluence next turn, or we can do whatever we want basically. I'm happy we got the one ring as well. It's going to be very useful, I'm sure. Let's see what our opponent comes up with. So far, slow start, not a lot of ramping, not a lot of anything. We got a Dark Ritual, which is also very, very nice. We can actually Dark Ritual into Tender Wild Guide. Yeah, I think I would rather do that instead of Dark Ritual into Witherbloom, to be fair. I think this makes a little bit more sense because in my mind at least, sure, our opponent can just wipe the board and we're screwed, but in my mind at least, next turn we're gonna have 4 creatures. All of them gives us mana. Well, 2 gives us mana and the other 2 help with the Affinity, so that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna Realm of Call or whatever it's called. Artifacts or enchantments. I could destroy those 2 immediately, right? Yep. So I go with that. But do I want to do that now? That's the question, actually. I don't think I do. I would rather do this, actually. I know this seems weird, but Pest Infestation will be much more helpful when we have more things on the battlefield, more mana as well, more creatures, more everything, and our opponent has more, in his case, probably enchantments. Now, that only costs 6, he already has 5 mana, so that's going to be easy to get, but you can just replay it this turn. Well, actually, no. But we will just replay our Witherbloom this turn easy for 5 if we want to. Okay, we're losing 2 life against 2. There's 26, 26. Another life lost. So I'm gonna mill 3. Yeah, okay, so nothing too crazy that was lost. We'll go with another land, the Cliff Top Lookout. We're getting more lands in, more creatures in as well. And we're gonna play the Witherbloom, the Balancer again. No attacks because our opponent has a 0-4. We could deal 1 damage, but that doesn't make any sense. And now next turn, our opponent will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shrines. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can definitely take out all of them. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Oh no, it's 5, sorry. So let's see if we have mana or if my math is what it usually is. Yep. Look at that. We paid 3 mana to destroy 5 things. That's insane, man. That's crazy. And we're gonna play at the 1 ring now. And we have 10, 12, 14, 15, 18 creatures on the battlefield. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. That was a crazy pest infestation, man. But that's exactly why I took out the Goshintai of Life's Origin with Boseiju first, and I let my opponent build a little bit of a board state where you would have something that every time an enchantment would come in, something would happen, right? So he already could mill me, he could get more enchantments, I think that's what Goshintai does, right? Yeah, from the graveyard. He would ping me every time an enchantment came in, so, you know, that was great. Let's get into another one. JFK the Mighty, Rat King Verminister. Not an easy matchup, not an easy deck to play against. I will keep because we'll be able to shoulder Zidic maybe that one, and we have a Bramble Familiar as well, so that's good. Also, Sylvan Scavenging will be very helpful early game to draw us more cards. Okay, here we go. Yeah, sure, Forest, why not? Who cares, right? Doesn't really make a difference, so Okay, and I think I'm just gonna pass turn, because if our opponent plays the Verminister, we will Shieldred's Edict. Okay, no Verminister. So if we do that for 2, I always forget we can. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with the Familiar, because maybe our opponent will see that there's no like black mana up or something, and he will be a little bit more confident. Okay, that also makes sense. And now with the Verminister can just chill, you know, and just chill a little bit there. But next turn we'll either Sylvan Scavenging to try and get more cards, or just Nature's Rhythm, go get like a cub or something to have more mana available for us, because we already have a Creature of Behemoth, you know, so kinda is a matter of time and controlling the board, you know, until we get to where we want to be. Okay, Liliana of the Veil, so bye bye Bramble Familiar. Our opponents just come prepared with everything. That is great for them. Kudos. And just because I don't like people doing things, you can say goodbye to your Liliana as well. So it's not great, but we got rid of one threat. Thoughtseize, I don't know. Creator of Behemoth probably is the only thing that can scare you there, but let's be honest, there's not really a chance in hell I'm gonna play it soon. Yeah, that makes sense. I would have done the same thing, to be fair. Because like at most I can go get like a Mana Dark with Nature's Rhythm. Without any lands, I don't know if it makes a lot of sense. So I think I'm gonna try and get any Mana Dark out of my deck. I'll go get the Shaman. No attacks. Let's see. Like, the Shaman gives us 4 mana, but our opponent has is playing with black, so getting rid of it is too easy. I'm not gonna block. I'll just take it. We are literally with the same amount of life. He may mill 2 cards. Okay, that's dangerous. That is very dangerous. God damn it, man. We are not getting any mana. That's crazy, bro. That is ridiculous. This deck has, I don't even know how, 38 lands plus a bunch of other things. Like, I never have this issue with this deck. So let's see what I'll take out. I'll say that one. We have not a lot of creatures, so, and we can also Deathrite Shaman anytime we want if he tries to get out the Cloning of Shredder or Liliana, for example. Thoughtseize doesn't really scare me. Okay, Ninja Teen. I'm not gonna block, so at this point in time, we're still good. Not really any reason to waste my time blocking, so my turn. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm just gonna pass turn. Take out the Cloning of Shredder, get a life back, and keep the Terra Sunder open. Maybe our opponent just Ninja Teens or something like that. When the deck doesn't want to work, it just doesn't work, man. Jesus Christ. I mean, don't get me wrong, our opponent is in the exact same situation as us. Like, we're both getting screwed tremendously mana-wise. I'm even in a better position because I at least have a Mana Dark and more things. So he did all of that. I'm just gonna tear asunder the ninja team. Everything becomes a 1-1 again. Gnarly. Yeah, I know, man. It sucks. It really does suck, man. I'm not even trying to be a dick or whatever. It really does suck. Okay, so my turn. We gotta land. Tapped. Don't oh my god. And then we gotta land, and I'm stupid. That's amazing, man. This is the most me thing of all time, I'm gonna be honest. That is really hilarious. Add 1 mana of any color, yes. So I'll exile that one so that I can try and play the Return of the Wild Speaker. Okay, so we got the win, but it was a crappy one. I don't know if this is gonna go to the video or not, but yeah, we were minus screwed. Our opponent was minus screwed. Arena just screwed both of us and said, screw it. Sometimes it does go like this, and at least now we went both ways, so we were both in the same ship together. Let's get into another one. I'm not gonna try, but he's playing with a Tali, so it's gonna be very difficult, but I like the hand. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so we can go Foothills into the Surveil Land, into the Verge, Arcane Signet, Deathrite Shaman. I think that's the play here. Okay, I was gonna give it a little hello just to, you know, get his attention, but no need. Perfect. Let's go. I'll definitely take Valgavod's Onslaught. So, Verge, Signet, into a Deathrite Shaman. And next turn we might have 1, 2, 3. I'll Scoot Swarm, Library of Alexandria, and I'll just attack for 1. Now, we do not have a lot of mana, but we can Awaken the Woods if our opponent doesn't do anything crazy. If Awaken the Woods gets to resolve, which it seems like it will, perfect. Let me do the math. We can do Underground Mortuary, right? Into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, I think. Yeah. Okay, let me see if this works or if I'm tripping. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would assume no. 4 maybe? Okay, so it's 4. I'll take it. I will definitely take it. No attacks and turn. So now anything barring a goddamn board wipe and we're solid. We can take out Scoot Swarm, I don't mind. That's fine. Pass to attackers. My turn. So now we can Witherbloom, right? And just go insane with this. For example, this will go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. Yeah, it sucks to lose that one, but okay, so I'll go with Sedgemoor Witch. Oh, come on, man. Losing the breach is crazy. And we got the wins. Quick win. The deck worked perfectly. It was very quick. Let's get into another one. Rust Daddy. Eternal Taskmaster with Venus torn between worlds. I have no idea what this commander is or does. Put that many counters on her. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it deals damage, you may pay 1. Deals combat damage. If you do, draw a card. Okay, so it's a 5/5 for 5. that Simic and draws cards, I guess. I do. I like my hand. If I had if I had a green source, I would like my hand. Okay, I'll take this one. Overgrown Tome for 0. Then we go into Twitching Doll. Witherbloom Tender. What's best? I think Twitching Doll is probably best to try and start to get some counters on it, you know. So I'll go with Lanoir Elves. Okay, I will now tap the Twitching Doll for green, and I'll play the Bloom Tender. Okay, so we are having a lot of, or we have a lot of mana dorks right now. I can do that. I cannot kick it, unfortunately. Wait, I think I might be able to play that in the Vastwood Surge. Exactly. I will not be able to kick it either way, so I'll rather do this. Go get one of each. Okay, so worst case scenario, we at least have, even if our opponent like wipes the board or etherizes or whatever, we at least have a good amount of mana dorks already. Nope. So I'll go with that. Choose both. I'll go get Voltborn Tyrant and Crater of Behemoth. Put both on the battlefield. And just finish the game, I think. Can't really complain about this one. Another extremely quick game, so I think we are going to get one more and then we'll be done. Let's get into another one. Leonida with Erigast Erupting Nullkite. A dragon commander is not something you see very often. I like the hand, but no creatures to start with. Like, I will keep just because we have a Sedgemoor Witch and a Nature's Rhythm that we can use to what does this do? Not that, man. That. Let me put one of those cards. Okay. So we're gonna start with the Surveil Land as per huge. Surveil, there we go. Bitter Blossom, that's actually perfect. So I was gonna say we have a Nature's Rhythm that we can try and go get like Mana Dork, sorry. Got confused, punched the mic. Yeah. Life's crazy sometimes. Okay, Melee Shaper. When it dies. Okay. So I will Takenuma for sure. Now, do I want to Sedgemoor Witch or Witherbloom Bearer? I think I'll chill and just try and Witherbloom Bearer. What does this do? When this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, exile. Okay, that's fine. I'll take 3. No reason not to take the 3. So now we're losing 2 life each turn, but creating 2 tokens as well. So with that being said, I will try and close out the game as soon as possible. Knowing damn well I'm not it doesn't really just depend on me. Our opponent might have something. Well, that's red, so what exactly can our opponent have, right? So Witherbloom there, and I'll attack with that one. I'll attack with all, actually. There's not a lot I can do. Maybe a Nugin is coming or something like that, but there's still a little away from that. Burn down the house, maybe? Blasphemous Sack, something along those lines, I would assume. We're on 10 life, so we kind of have to chump block now, because our opponent is dealing 6, and the Witherbloom Bearer and the Bitter Blossom will deal 2 more after this. So, okay. He's going with that. We exile your hand if you do draw 3 cards. I'm fine with that. I'll go Tooth and Nail if I can, with even mana values. So this is what, 7? I think I can cast Tooth and Nail, right? Or no? No, just Rise of the Dark Realms. Well, I can go with that. +3/+3. Nothing can block. Everything's big. We can probably finish the game as well. Let me go with this thinking. Yeah, I think we can finish the game, right? So 3, 6, 9, 18. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can finish the game. So I'm gonna just do this. I know it's not as fun as the rest, but I don't know what our opponent might have. Oh, you can block there. No, you can't. Oh, you can actually. You can block with those two, but it doesn't really matter, to be fair. I'll go with that. It doesn't really matter. We still got the win. So, weird win. Not gonna lie. We didn't have a lot of mana, but we got a lot of creatures. We went to 8 life mostly because of Bitter Blossom and Witherbloom Bearer. Could have done a lot of things this turn. I was gonna Tooth and Nail and get a Crater of Behemoth as well, but Void Winnower kinda destroyed our chances. Not really. I'm just being stupid. I just didn't have a second green source because, like I thought, this costs 7. So I was just being dumb here. Final thoughts. Witherbloom the Balancer, fantastic. I think that the deck works pretty well. We're probably missing a couple of very good sorceries and instants that we could cast with the Witherbloom for probably nothing. With that being said, what I felt the most was that more creatures were needed. That's why I made a couple changes. In the last 2 or 3 games, I added cards like Tooth and Nail, which was one that I didn't even consider at the time of making the video. Rise of the Dark Realms, of making the deck, I mean. Rise of the Dark Realms obviously is a fantastic card, but we didn't have a chance to play it. It gets a little bit crazy when you think that you can cast cards that cost 9, 7, 6 mana, and you can cast them for like 2, 1, 3 mana, you know. It's kind of insane, especially if you get cards like Badgermaw Cub and stuff like that on the battlefield, where your mana dorks will be doubling the mana they produce. So, well, not doubling, but adding 1 more. I mean, pretty good commander. I think Quandrix the Proof comes next in our list. It doesn't have any sort of logic behind it. I just like Quandrix. I just think it's a very good commander, and I really want to try it. So very excited to be able to do this little challenge. But yeah, this was the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave that like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We're on 358 subs. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Let's get to 400 hopefully, and then our next goal will be 500 subs. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about the deck, what changes you would make, what cards you would take out, what cards you would add, if you try this list or not. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.